Titan is waiting very patiently. He's a very patient boy. Setting 2 titles is annoying, but we have to do it. We have to do it. You have to do it! All right, I will be back momentarily. See you on the other side, Ray.
Sunday, April 12, 1981. Kennedy Space Center, Florida. The Space Shuttle. 14 stories high, 2,000 tons, poised on the pad for its maiden flight. This is Columbia, the spaceship that will orbit the Earth. Its external tank. It holds over 500,000 gallons of fuel for Columbia's 3 main engines. And the solid rocket boosters, the largest ever used on any launch vehicle and the first to be employed in a U.S. manned flight. At liftoff, the solid rocket boosters, together with the 3 main engines, will unleash more than 6.5 million pounds of thrust needed to launch the world's first reusable spacecraft. Never before has a winged vehicle been launched like a rocket, orbited the Earth, returned through frictional heating in excess of 2,500 degrees, and landed, still aerodynamically sound, to be launched again and again. If it succeeds, the space shuttle will truly be a remarkable flying machine. There are many other goals to be reached during the 54.5-hour mission that lies ahead. 144 test objectives are planned for the flight. These objectives could not be achieved without an astronaut crew. The commander, John Young. The pilot, Robert Crippen. Young has already been in space 4 times for a total of 533 hours. He is the most experienced astronaut flying today. Although Crippen has over 4,000 hours of jet aircraft flying time, this will be his first time in space. The astronauts make their way across the access arm toward the shuttle in the pre-dawn hours before launch. An American spaceship has never carried a human crew on its maiden voyage. At the Launch Control Center, 3 miles from the pad, final steps are being completed in the countdown. Final preparations are also being made in the Mission Control Center in Houston, where control of the flight will switch once the shuttle clears the tower. There has not been a manned launch from Kennedy Space Center since the Apollo-Soyuz test project in July of 1975. With this launch, Young and Crippen, launch controllers at the Cape, and flight controllers in Houston will experience the most dynamic, fast-paced series of launch events ever undertaken in the space program, all in less than 9 minutes. The most challenging ascent profile ever to be flown by a space vehicle. Photographers, film and television crews, plus newspaper and magazine writers from around the world, nearly 2,700 of them are here to cover the launch. In addition, approximately 600,000 spectators line the coastal area near the Kennedy Space Center. Arriving by every mode of transportation, they have come from every state in the Union and many foreign countries. Promise of a rebirth in America's manned space program and the dawn of a new era in space transportation awaits.
15, 14, 13, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start.
Roger, roll.
The roll will put the shuttle on its precise heading toward an imaginary target in space.
Roll program complete.
Roger, roll complete.
Status, Fido.
Go.
Booster.
Go.
GNC.
Go.
Eagle.
Go.
Go at 40, Capcom.
Columbia, Houston, you're go at 40.
The shuttle is now 40 seconds into flight.
Roger, Columbia, on the nice ride. You're lofting a little bit. You'll probably be slightly high at staging.
Negative seats.
Columbia, you're negative seats.
Should anything go wrong, the shuttle is now too high for the astronauts to use their ejection seats.
Columbia, you're go for SRB SEP.
We see SRB SEP flight. Roger, on a SEP. 103 converge flight. Bet. Capcom, let's tell them all the calls are going to be a tad early because of the hot first stage.
Columbia, you're looking a little hot. All your calls will be a little early.
Okay. Okay, map looks good here.
Stand by, press to MECO.
Columbia, stand by. Press to MECO.
Mark it.
Mark. Press for MECO.
Roger, press for MECO.
The shuttle can now continue toward MECO, main engine cutoff.
They like the VAP, Eagle. ECOM.
Let's go, flight.
Capcom, VAPs go. Stand by, negative return.
Columbia, stand by for negative return.
Mark it.
Mark. Negative return. And your VAP is good.
Outstanding. Sure is. We can confirm it. What a view. What a view.
And single engine rotor flight.
And Columbia, your single engine rota.
Columbia can land safely at the Naval Air Station in Rota, Spain, even if 2 of the 3 main engines should fail. Right now, the engines are generating over 42 million horsepower.
MECO 25, 6,
MECO.
0, up at 220.
Roger, MECO. And we got MECO confirmed. MECO
Roger,
confirmed,
Columbia,
and it's
MECO.
right on the money, nominal.
Main engine cutoff. Columbia is now in space, traveling over 18,000 miles per hour.
Okay, we got set.
Roger, we confirm the SEP, Columbia.
The external tank has just been jettisoned and is now falling away from the shuttle back toward Earth. The tank will break up as planned over the Indian Ocean when it comes into contact with the atmosphere. Shortly, by firing the OMS, Orbital Maneuvering System engines, Columbia will achieve orbit. Then one of the most important tests of the mission will be attempted, opening the payload bay doors. The doors must be opened before the end of the 6th orbit to expose the space radiator cooling system. If the radiators cannot be exposed, heat collected from the onboard electronics cannot be released, and the astronauts will have to return home. The OMS burns are successful. Columbia is now in orbit, circling the Earth at an altitude of approximately 150 miles. The payload bay doors will now be opened.
Okay, the port door's coming open now.
Roger, copy.
Well, you are missing one fantastic sight. Boy, that is really beautiful out there.
We appreciate those updates.
Both doors have been opened. The radiators can be deployed to begin dissipating the heat.
The doors are all opened up and hunky-dory. Glad to deploy it right on time.
And the radiators look good.
Okay, we want to show you our own pods here. We do have a few tile missing off of both of them. Off of the starboard pod, 3 tile and some smaller pieces, and off the port pod, looks like I see one full square and looks like a few little triangular shapes that are missing, and we're trying to put that on TV right now.
Roger, Crip, we can see that good.
From what we can see of both wings, tops and leading edges, though, there's all those are fully intact.
Within minutes, an assessment is completed on the impact these missing tiles could have on the remainder of the mission.
Figure how critical.
At a news conference later in the day, Flight Director Neil Hutchison answers questions from reporters.
But you asked me if I knew where there were any other tiles that might be loose. The answer is no. And quite frankly, we're not worried about any other tiles being loose.
At this writing, is there anything at all that would lead you to say you might not go for a full duration mission?
Nothing.
Columbia, Houston, you guys did so good, we're going to let you stay up there for a couple of days. Your gopher on orbit.
Spacecraft Let's Go for on orbit. This thing is just performing just outstanding.
Roger, we agree with that. And Columbia, Houston, just for your information, you dropped those SRBs right on target, and they were floating just the way they ought to be, and the boats were getting ready to fish them and bring them back.
Okay. The ride that they gave us was pretty neat.
The solid rocket boosters, which separated from the Columbia as planned 2 minutes 11 seconds into the flight, landed on target in the Atlantic Ocean, 151 miles downrange from the launch site. After being towed back to Kennedy Space Center, both boosters will be refurbished and used again in a future shuttle flight. The third and fourth OMS burns are also successful, raising Columbia's orbit to an altitude of approximately 172 miles. For the first television transmission from inside the spacecraft, the crew will give a status report on the mission.
The flight so far has gone as smooth as it could possibly go. We've done every test that we're supposed to do, and we're up on the timeline, and the vehicle has just been performing beautifully, much better than anyone ever expected to do on a first flight, and no systems are out of shape. And it's delightful up here in zero gravity, might add. Of course, we owe this to a lot of people, and we certainly want to thank everyone who has helped get this thing airborne, and can take great pride in it's doing so well right now. Okay, we're switching over to the aft camera here. I'd like to echo John's words as I usually do. I guess being the so-called rookie on this flight, I had a thrill from the moment of liftoff all the way up to what we're doing now. It's really been super. The spacecraft has worked as advertised all the way along. I think we've got something that's really going to mean something to the country and the world. This vehicle is performing like a champ, like all of us that have worked so long on it knew that you would.
Okay, sir, we appreciate those comments.
I guess that does it.
That was a good time, and I think you must have practiced. We're just about to lose you a ghost song.
Just accident.
Just accident, says Robert Crippen. None of the other events of the day have been accidental. Every test, liftoff, SRB separation and recovery, ET separation and impact, 4 ohms burns, payload bay door latch opening and closing tests, radiator latch deploy and stowing tests have all been successful.
I guess we owe you guys one super attaboy for today. This is fantastic. You worked through a pretty long, hard day, and you're essentially right on schedule, which is going to be close to being a first sort of spaceflight biz, I think, for first day activities. It's sure been fun working with you today, and we look forward to seeing you in the morning. I hope you get a good night's rest.
Okay, you guys did super work today. See you mañana.
Roger, thank you. See you tomorrow, guys.
Well, many hour went into this thing. A job well done by the shuttle space team. We can't say that she's sleek and lean, but I'll tell you right now, she's a mean machine. The Columbia, not the kind you smoke. This here's a bird.
Morning, Columbia. Welcome to day 2.
All right. Appreciate that super wake-up music this morning. Well, we sure enjoyed it. Missing a good breakfast.
Today, the astronauts will test onboard systems and also review procedures for tomorrow's landing. A test of the flight control system is conducted by John Young. The flight control system operates Columbia's aerosurfaces, the elevons, body flaps, rudder, and speed brake. These surfaces are useless in the vacuum of space, but will be essential tomorrow when the shuttle lands. This will require precision maneuverability, which the aerosurfaces provide. Payload bay door cycling tests help ensure that latching and closing procedures can also be done before entry tomorrow. As with every mission, many pictures of the Earth are taken by the astronauts. Over 500 on this first shuttle flight. Active volcanoes, cloud formations, alluvial fans, giant whirlpools over 15 miles in diameter, sand dunes 1,500 feet high, running unbroken for hundreds of miles. The high Himalayas, where mountain peaks reach 24,000 feet. And one of the most remarkable space photographs ever taken of the Earth, an area in Iran exposed to wind erosion, which has resulted in these breathtaking silt and sandstone formations that look more like a painting than a desert. After lunch on the second day, the astronauts receive a phone call from the Vice President of the United States, George Bush.
How's it going up there? Everything rocking along all right?
Spaceship is just performing beautifully.
Well, it's great, and everybody views it, I'm sure, just as the forerunner of great things to come. I think your trip is just going to ignite the excitement and the forward thinking from this country, so I really just wanted to call up and wish you the very best.
We certainly appreciate it, Mr. Vice President.
The crew also don and check out the ejection suits they will wear during entry. Young, Crippen, and Columbia pass every test. They are ready for the final phase of the mission, entry and landing. April 14th, 1981. NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center on the edge of Rogers Dry Lake Bed in California. A recovery convoy of 24 vehicles and more than 100 personnel are assembling here to power down Columbia after landing. Enormous crowds are also beginning to arrive. A string of traffic 6 miles long waits to enter the base. Thousands more are already here. close to 500,000 people will eventually be on hand to see the landing. On board, the astronauts suit up for entry. The ascent and orbital phases of the mission have gone extremely well. Now the final phase must be completed. Before that begins,
Columbia, you have a go for payload bay door closing.
the doors, which have been open a total of 47 hours during the flight, must now be closed. Then, using the RCS thrusters, Columbia will maneuver into deorbit burn attitude, head down and backwards, fire the OMS engines one last time, and descend into the Earth's atmosphere.
Nice and easy does it, John. We're all riding with you.
Columbia is out of contact during the OMS burn. Mission Control will not know if this burn was successful until they are in communication with the spacecraft over Australia. It is now over the Indian Ocean on the other side of the world, but from that distance the burn must be precise so that later Columbia will hit the lake bed target in California.
Columbia, this is Houston through Yargady. We're standing by.
Burn was on time at nominal reserve 110.
Columbia is now committed to entry. With an RCS post-burn maneuver and several firings, it is oriented to a heads-up, nose-first attitude headed toward entry interface. This is where the atmosphere begins, at approximately 400,000 feet. From that moment until the shuttle reaches 165,000 feet, it will be in communication blackout, out of touch with mission control for almost 20 minutes. The landing site is almost 4,400 miles from entry interface. Chase planes are preparing to take off. One will call out altitudes and check Columbia for any damage just prior to landing. When the shuttle touches down here, it will be traveling at 216 miles per hour. Right now it's going more than 17,000 miles per hour. Before it lands, it must slow down, lose energy, and it must survive the intense heat caused by traveling through the atmosphere at such a high rate of speed. Several S-turns or roll reversals are used to slow down and maneuver Columbia through the atmosphere. This one is done at 256,000 feet when it is traveling at more than 26 times the speed of sound. This one is done at 208,000 feet. During these two roll reversals, entry heating is most severe, with temperatures reaching 2,500 degrees some places on the vehicle. The aluminum skin will melt at 320 degrees. The silicate tiles must insulate the vehicle from the tremendous heat. Since there is no test facility on Earth to simulate the aerodynamic and structural environment Columbia is in right now, only calculations could be used to predict what would happen during this phase of the flight. The predictions and calculations had to be right.
Hello there, Houston, Columbia's here.
Hello, Columbia. Houston's here. How do you read?
Land clear, and we're doing Mach 10.3 at 180 AS.
And we couldn't agree more, John. Your state vector's good. We've got good data in-house.
Okay.
The entry trajectory, velocity, and position look good. Columbia is heading for home, now only 470 miles away.
More left RCS, but okay.
Right, we're showing a roll. And John, we're showing you rolling right. Looking good.
Right, I'm on roll.
We're showing him crossing the coastline flat.
Columbia, we show you crossing the coast now.
Right, yeah.
The shuttle is first sighted at about 100,000 feet with a long-range camera from Anderson Peak, California.
What a way to come to California.
In flight paddle, I still look perfect right on the nominal.
Roger that. Out of 112K, 4.8 Mach.
We're seeing this in a row.
We see Dallas 21 degrees.
A role reversal is done over Bakersfield, California.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Chase has a tally.
Roger, checking.
And we're seeing 1.3 Gs coming around the hack.
Roger that.
The astronauts are making the final turn to line up with the runway.
Columbia, you're really looking good. Right on the money. Right on the money. And turning on to final, your winds on the surface are calm.
Back on the wind.
You're right on the glide slope, Columbia.
Clear, John.
Looks real good underneath. Everything looks real good.
Chase reports no tile or other damages evident underneath the shuttle. Columbia's altitude is now just over 5,000 feet.
Pretty clear.
Without power, Columbia must land. It cannot make another attempt.
You're coming. You're down. Feet. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Those gears come. 5, 4, 3, touchdown. Hook 'em off, skipper.
Columbia's on the roller.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
You'll have to take it up in the hangar, Joe.
We're going to dust it off first.
This is the world's greatest all-electric flying machine, I'll tell you that. It was super.
Okay, convoy's on its way.
Convoy on. We'll stop on the Columbia. We'll stop.
The maiden voyage of Columbia has been a success. The astronauts and the vehicle have met or exceeded all 144 flight test objectives. The integrity of all the systems, propulsion, avionics, structural, flight control, power, and thermal, have been affirmed. John Young's comments after returning home.
I can't tell you what a tribute that is to the American working man and the American working woman, too. You can't imagine the variety of people who worked on this vehicle, from all walks of life, all capabilities and limitations. It's all due to their individual efforts. They proved that they can do the job. They proved it for the world to see. And I'm mighty proud to be associated with folks like that.
What a tribute indeed. The Columbia represents an achievement in aerospace technology and development never before realized in the history of manned spaceflight. It is our basic building block for the future.
It's what we've been trying to do for the last 10 years. We've got a vehicle with a payload performance that will allow us to do that, much cheaper than we've been able to do it before. It will immeasurably improve the defensive capability of the country. It will help develop space science and technology. When we get operational, the space shuttle will be able to do in 5 to 10 years what it would have taken us 20 to 30 years to do otherwise. We couldn't do it if we didn't have the space shuttle and that payload capability. And the sooner we do those things, the better off the country's going to be.
A revolutionary new era in space transportation has just begun. Routine access to space. Welcome to the future.
Going throttle up.
Hey. What's going on, dude? Hello. Let me just fix up the green screen that my dog wrecked. There we go. Hi, meat. All right. It's time for space news. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You lose your ball? Where's the ball? Oh, there's my boy. There's my hungry boy. Where are you going? Where's he going? Get up here. Hey, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. I'm not sure we played with him enough. Hey, hi, buddy. Hey, the boy. It's the boy. Oh, I guess he's under my desk now. And the green screen screwed up. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Have you seen a new car game called Screwdrivers? I would love an explanation of the different transmissions that could be realized in the game. Screwdrivers. He looks quite happy. Guess he had a good walk and a play. Yeah. Yeah, he done good. He done good. It's getting hot. You know what? I probably shouldn't do that anymore. All right, so what do we have teed up here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here. This is the latest coming out of Boca Chica. This is courtesy of my buddy Yak. Yeah, the doggo will clear the crabs. Anyway, did Jack really do this, or did you overlay the music? I overlaid the music. This is the actual one. That is a lot of crabs. Cat, you have crabs. So see them right there? Yeah, see that one, that one, that one. Anyway, that's where we're going to start Space News. That should set the mood for the day. In terms of what's going on in Boca Chica, they're getting ready to stack another tower segment here. Well, they're working on putting a spreader bar on. Talk about an easy way to get crab supper. Looking around to see if there's anything else. All right, get your space news ready, dudes. Yeah, there's. I'm gonna say there isn't much of an update since yesterday, but what's the status of the Rocket Lab launch? Oh, I think it's scrubbed. Oh, it did scrub. Oh, yeah, that's right. SF-51 went off this morning. Hold on. Where the heck is the stream? Hold on.
3,
2, here we go. So this was early this morning. We had an Atlas 540 or 551 launch here. Let's get to the good stuff. Get to the good stuff. Get to the good stuff.
ULA's Atlas 5 rocket on it.
FTS internal.
Here we go. This is a replay from this morning. The last Starship update video with Jack is great if you want to catch up with Starship B2. All right, here we go.
Status check.
Go Atlas. Go Centaur.
Go
SF-51.
at Matt Damon.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Sounds
5,
fresh water system
4,
active.
3,
Here it goes.
2, 1. We have ignition. And liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket, carrying USSF-51 for the United States Space Force on ULA's 100th National Security Mission.
Hey, all right. Rats.
Hydraulics look good. We are throttling down in preparation for max Q.
Oh, dude, I gotta show that. I gotta tell you guys about these buildings later. Nice shot from the ITL Causeway. Dude, I don't hate that.
Ammo program did complete on time.
Oh, look at that thing go. Fly, baby, fly.
Mach 1. Vehicle's now supersonic.
Mach chicken.
Engine continues to operate normally. SRB's burning normally. Everything looking good.
What is used
You are
in the
hearing the
SRB?
voice of
I'll
Rob
tell you in a
Gannon
second.
providing launch vehicle ascent data.
Yeah, max Q. We're throttling up post max Q as expected.
Get in, losers. We're going to space.
Everything looking good, following the expected profile. SRB
So this is a
burning
replay
normally.
from this
RD
morning,
180,
guys.
Operating expected. Throttle level, everything looking good.
You played Thunderstruck over the launch this morning? Tori Bruno would like that, pretty sure.
Body weights look good. We have now throttled down. In preparation for SRB burnout.
All right, so the SRBs are going to flame out, and then they're going to coast.
We are now 50% of our liftoff weight.
It's going to coast with the SRBs for a second.
SRB is rolling off. And we have SRB burnout. 10 seconds to SRB jettison.
It's going to coast with it for a second to get a little bit higher in the atmosphere to not have the SRBs not aerodynamically tip back into the rocket. See, there it goes.
SRB jet.
Oh, hello.
All 5 SRBs successfully jettisoned the vehicle. RD-180 is throttled up and operating normally. Everything looking good.
A little bit of a pitch over there from the Atlas CCB.
Right now, 34 miles in altitude, 36 miles downrange,
That's
traveling
normal.
at 4,200 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Quick review of our
That's nice.
range track. Vehicles proceeding right down the center of the range track. Everything looking good.
Right in the track. Is there a maximum number of SRBs they can
And we
attach?
did enable
5.
closed loop steering
This was
a
the
few
maximum
seconds ago.
amount,
Everything
dude.
looks good there.
Yeah, it's pretty killer. She gets out of the hole
Next event we're
real
looking
quick.
for is throttling down to a constant 2.5 G limit for payload fairing jettison. And we've begun the throttle down, now holding a constant 2.5 Gs in preparation for fairing jet.
So we should see a payload fairing jettison and then a CFLR jettison right after that. Centaur forward
And we
load
fired the pyro
reactor.
valve, activating the reaction control system on the second stage.
Okay, pyro valve RCS on the
And
Centaur.
we just passed through the von Karman line. 25% of liftoff weight.
The von Karman line. Never heard it called that. Sounds cool though.
10 seconds to fairing jet. We have fairing jettison.
Watch. It'll pop the fairing, and then you'll see the CFLR
And
jettison.
CFR deck jettison.
Centaur forward load reactor. Bye-bye.
And we throttled up the RD-180.
This is Atlas Mission Control at T plus 3 minutes and 38 seconds. We just heard flight commentator Rob Gannon confirm the successful completion of the early phase of today's flight, and all systems continue to operate nominally. At this time, we're going to end our live coverage. For more information about the Atlas V rocket, visit ulalaunch.com. I'm Ben Chilton, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good job, Benny.
Before we sign off, let's take another look at the liftoff of ULA's 100th National Security Mission.
Nice.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. And liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket, carrying USSF 51 for the United States Space Force on ULA's 100th National Security Mission.
Hydraulics look good.
It's pretty good, man.
We are throttling down in preparation for max Q.
Pretty good. All right, so cool. A couple of things with this. Look, they painted the payload integration facility on the ITL. It's got a black stripe on it because it looks like an AT-AT now. No, SpaceX gave the building a paint job because they use that building for payload integration for Pad 40 right there. But look, the extension to the solid rocket motor assembly facility, or well, it's called the Space Operations Control thing. It's called the SPOC now. They're making extensions to it because they're going to build Vulcan stacks in there. So, see the cranes and stuff in the background? Really good stuff. A lot of construction happening down the Cape. Also, this shot is like perfect rule of thirds, almost. It is a very, very pretty shot. Yeah. That's really good camera work. This guy needs a medal. Look at that. Perfect shot, dude. Shame ULA made a change to the remote camera rules. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, dude. Sure they have their reasons. But yeah, not sure what that's. Oh dear. Oh boy. Titan, what are you doing? Titan, what are you doing? Oh, now you want to play with your ball. Oh. He be doing though. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he stopped destroying his freaking bed. Anyway, that shot is finding some delicious bed to eat. Yep. That is just a really, really, really great shot. Sorry. I have dirt all over my hands. I was on my break. Just on a little side note here. On break, I transferred a tomato plant to a new planter. Yeah. And watered my tomatoes. I'm going to make some sauce with my tomatoes. What's rule of thirds? Oh. Slackster, rule of thirds is kind of a rule. It's one of the rules of photography. So basically when you have a shot, you kind of divide the shot into 3 quadrants. So you have left, right, and center, right? You divide it into thirds, this way, right? You're repotting this late. I had to, the tomato, fell over in its pot. So I put it in a planter to try and get it back because it wasn't happy. A storm knocked it over and knocked all my damn tomatoes off of it. I'll take pictures of it. I'll give you updates. Why not put it in the ground? I don't want to put stuff in the ground, John, because critters will get it. I have it high up on planters so they don't get it. I live in the woods, dude. A squirrel, chipmunk, possum, something will come and eat them. Titan. What? Hey, stop whining. I don't care what you smell. Goalie. Yep. A wild EJ. Nobody wants those wild EJs. So you want the best part of the shot in the middle third? Well, not necessarily. This shot would be a little bit better, Slackster, if it was a little bit that way. A little bit more that way. But this is not a bad shot. It does follow rule of thirds pretty well. So if you cut this into three things, right? The rocket is kind of to the left. It would be better if the rocket plume was right here. It would be a better composition, right? Because check this out. You could have the rocket launch over here, and then in the center, you have the solid rocket motor integration facility and the solid rocket motor assembly facility, right? And then in the right, you have the foreground. And then you have a great color gradient over here because it's the morning. They don't call this the golden hour for no reason. Because, dude, look at the color. That's very eye-pleasing. Getting a nice color gradient here. Going from these, like, kind of deep yellows. Well, it's more pastel yellow. And then gradient to darker blues up here. Trust me, I went to art school, dude. Believe me, I'm good at this. You get a really nice color gradient. So that color gradient in the foreground is taking up your right third. In the center, you have the 2 buildings. If the rocket launch was over here, it would be a perfectly framed shot. Like that. I mean, this shot is pretty aesthetically pleasing, but picture the rocket launch like over here. The other thing about this is that you have a focal point. Because you have the foreground right here, and obviously this is taken at a 3-corner view to the ITL causeway. The causeway is going that way. If you frame the rocket launch over here, your eyes will start over here, and they'll gradually follow that sight line to the launch. It's one of those things, dude. It's just, yeah, it's rule of thirds. Yeah, you just get there's some really beautiful lighting going on here. You know what? On Flame Trench this week, I'll talk to Jack about it. You guys will learn. He's better at it than I am. I haven't done photography in a long time. But anyway, yeah, happy little trees. Actually, you know, you say happy little trees. Bob Ross is a great example. He follows the rule of thirds in all of his paintings. Look. Check it out. Rule of thirds. What's in the left third? The left third, you have the path, the tree, and the cabin. Middle third, you have the mountains. It's wide open. In the right third, slightly back, you have another tree. See what I'm talking about? That's following rule of thirds. The mountains are in the center. your eye naturally just follows this, goes up here, and then goes over there. It's following rule of thirds perfectly. Check out that shot. Same thing, Slack. Look, rule of thirds, baby. Trees on the left, trees on the right, mountains slightly offset. See what I'm talking about? But you have that night sky thing going on there. See, you could cut it. You could cut any shot into threes, any well-framed shot or painting, cut it into threes. That's how you know good photography. Rule of thirds could go up, down. So it's not up, down. So that's a landscape picture. So landscape is wide this way, right? Then you have portrait. Portrait is tall. It's harder to frame a tall shot like that, which is why people don't like vertical video and cell phones. But yeah, Bob Ross follows rule of thirds all the time. Now, take what you know about rule of thirds and go back and look at this shot. It's really good. Really good. I probably would have included a little bit more foreground in this, and then this camera, it just moved it slightly that way to get the launch in the left third here. But other than that, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. Yep. Pretty. Really pretty. That, dude, you can say whatever you want about Florida. The sky in Florida during dawn and dusk is beautiful. The colors that you see are amazing. It's one of those things, dude. It's one of those things you see it, you're like, damn. Damn. All right, that's not ugly, you know? Oh, we're not in engineering mode. But yeah, that's a little thing on rule of thirds. Good to know when you take pictures at the next Cars and Coffee. Yeah, man. Here, let me see if I can find a good picture, some photography that I took with rule of thirds. I can show you some of my stuff. Give me 1 second. I took some really nice rule of thirds pictures in Rome. Actually, I have one from the road trip that you guys might appreciate. I just sent the message to 95 because I need the Discord link. Here, check out this picture. This one's from the road trips. Here, you can set it to 1925. See? Oh. Check that shot out. There's a shot of the Camaro in Bluefus. Look at that. See the rule of thirds going on here? So in your right third, you have the little America sign, tells you where you are. Middle third, you have the truck with the mountain in the background. And the left third, you have that big pine tree in the Camaro. See what I'm talking about? This wasn't the best shot. I didn't really have a lot of time to frame it. But in Rome, I took some really... I think they were really good pictures. Let me find them. Bree, I'm going to send you pictures from Rome so I can get them on Discord, okay? Okay? Here. Yeah, little thing about photography. Real quick for your space news today. Yeah, sending it to you via text message probably wasn't the smartest way to get that on the computer. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, here's another one. This is one of my favorite shots that I took. So that's a picture of the Flavian Amphitheater. You know it as the Colosseum. Check it out. Here, let me get out of the shot. See what I'm saying? See how that's framed? You have the cathedral here, trees in the center, Colosseum on the right, or left. See what I'm talking about? That's one of my favorite pictures. I have more. I have another one. There's another one that I really like that I actually... It's a good example of rule of thirds in portrait. Or in portrait. Here. Let me send this one off. Ray, I'm going to send you another picture. Here. But yeah, rule of thirds is really, really important. But here's an example of landscape rule, or portrait rule of thirds. Check that out. Look at that shot. Just soldered key on my keyboard for the first time. The S key seems to be swell now. Nice. Yeah, check that out. So I took a 3/4 view of that obelisk in the church. This is the church that's at the top of the Spanish Steps in Rome. I took this on a kind of cloudy day at dusk, so the sun was going down. But I framed the cathedral in with the obelisk, and I did a 3/4 view like this because the sunlight's coming from that direction. The end result here, and this is why it's called the golden hour, is that you get some beautiful shadows. See the huge contrast between the tower here and the tower there and the obelisk? See what I'm talking about? That shot I actually took some time to frame. See the contrast that you get on some of this stuff. See what I'm talking about? Like, that's an Egyptian obelisk that Rome probably got as a war trophy. But see what I mean? See the contrast there? It really makes the shot pop out. It draws your eye to the obelisk here because you see the contrast, and then you move to the cathedral. Yeah. How someone's eyes moves around a photo is super important. And like I learned all about that at school. How's the dog? Feeling just fine. Titan, you're doing a good job. You're being a good pupper. Want something to eat? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You like the Phantom Menace. All right, get up here. Sit, bud. All right, give me your paw. You want to give me your paw today? Want to do a paw? Paw? Yes, you do. You got the paw. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You like the Phantom Menace. Dude, this dog slobbers when he eats. Did you ever get around to uploading his emote? No, he's angry. Oh, the buddy. The buddy bear? All right. One Titan emote. Working on it. Here, let me see if I have any more pictures. Yeah, here's another one. Yeah, here. This one is landscape here. I love that picture. That's one of my favorites. This one, this one's okay. It didn't really come out how I wanted, but it's good enough. So, once again, Slackster, you see the rule of thirds going on here. Your grandparents' train store is closing at the end of August. He was not doing good just a while ago. Oh, no. I'm sorry, man. You're not going to take it over? Take it over, dude. sucks. Yeah, see, with these buildings over here, it's dark contrasted to light, and you have medium tones in the center. So it's dark over here, medium in the center, really light over here. And you get some really hard contrast there. It's out of your hands at this point. I'm sorry. That sucks. Never want to see a business closing, especially train business. Actually, John, it shouldn't be that far from you. You got one, it's not bad. Yes. Yeah, this is a pretty good shot. It's a pretty good shot, Key. It's not bad. Why is it a square? So, Geek, this is not bad. You have, but see the shadow and stuff over here? So check this out. Take that shot, crop it to that. Look at that now. There's your rule of thirds right there. The yellow solid line in the truck on the left, center of the track right here. And then you have the grandstand with a lot of different colors on the last third. So you crop and go to that. Look at that picture. It also helps with your with horizon lines, guys. Like you want a horizon line going this way. So that's called the 3/4 frame. You frame you frame it at 3/4. So you have your foreground over here, your background over there, and you have a really clear line, and your eyes follow the line. Now, once again, you don't need to do rule of thirds all the time. You don't need to. Like, this one doesn't really follow rule of thirds, but it's still a nice shot. You don't have to do it all the time, but it helps. Let me see if I can find another rule of thirds shot. Oh, here's another one that I like. I'll show you. So this one was taken in the this is another portrait shot. So we need to go 1920 1080 1920 by 1080. I took this inside of St. Peter's. Look at that. That's one of my favorite shots, dude. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Look at that shot, huh? Not bad. It's not bad. I was pretty proud of that one. So, in Roman architecture, guys, right? You don't have lights. Think about it. There's no indoor lighting. There's a torch, right? So a lot of these buildings are made in a very certain way. They're made like a villa almost. The windows are high. And the reason why the windows are high is because they want the light to be cast through so you could see inside. I mean, you could have torches, but you don't want that during the day, right? So a lot of these buildings that were built in Roman times and later, like late antiquity, right? They have a lot of natural light. It's a big open natural light space because, once again, you don't have freaking electricity, right? So you get a lot of really, really sharp contrast. So the pillar on this side is really lit up. Pillar on that side is not. You have your lighting going at a 3/4 view, and you have some disgustingly nice contrast against the statue. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shots. Rome is it's really easy to take nice pictures. You know what's really hard to do? Talk when your puppy is Wookieing in your face. Oh. Hey, what's wrong? Get up here. You little meat. Ow! Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Hey, I didn't say you could have it. You dope. Titan. He's just following around wherever we go. Yeah, he's just looking at it. Why double pound sign? Because I copied the title a bunch of times over. Hashtag pound sign hashtag. He's a good boy. Here you go, buddy. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Ready? Oh, it hit him in the face. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful. How you doing? Rule of thirds, eh? You don't do anything by halves? Actually, technically, one of these shot is by halves. That's half. I could have framed that a little bit better, but a lot of these were just me snapping pictures, guys. Now, like I said, that one I took the time to frame. I love that picture, dude. Because the light was coming underneath the clouds. I actually have one more that's kind of crazy. If you guys want to see it. It's a weird picture. But it's a cool picture. It's not really framed too incredibly well. I gotta find it. Give me 1 second. Give me one moment. What the heck is it? Will you stop eating your bed? Oh, I took so many freaking pictures, dude. Huh. I can't find it. It's a really awesome picture of the cityscape. Hey, shut up. Where are you? So many freaking pictures.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
You heard it. Bork, bork, bork. Good dog. Find it, dude. Oh, there it is. I got it. 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 I found it. I found it. So check this out. This is the last shot, and then we'll get back to space news. This is also framed in landscape because I didn't think twice about it when I shot it. Or filmed in it's portrait. Watch. So it was a cloudy day in Rome, the second day we were there. And all the city was dark. But there was a break in the clouds, and St. Peter's lit up. And it was in direct sunlight, but it was the only thing in direct sunlight in the entire city. So I thought that shot was super cool. Like it was a ray coming through, but it obviously didn't catch the ray, but you get the idea. Hey Vulcan, good morning. I guess just took a fat nap after this morning Atlas launch. Nice. Good morning. Yeah, I thought that shot was super cool. How's this for an awesome picture? That's pretty cool. Look, your active quest location. Yep. So I thought that was a really awesome shot because the Vatican was nice and lit up. It looked really cool. It's a beautiful building. Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Kills. Thank you. What are you doing? Stop eating your bed. That's your bed. What? Titan? What is this? Don't do this. This is your bed, you dope. Hey. Stop it. Hey, don't do that. Stop eating your bed, you dummy. You lie there. I don't eat my bed. It was his bed. Speed kills get to the 7 to Blackbird. Thank you very much. Go play with the dog? I already did. I've played with him cumulatively for probably like 3 to 4 hours today. Titan, don't knock it until you try it. Hey, I didn't say you could have that. Sit. Give me your paw. Give me paw. Give me paw. Give me your paw. Come on. Paw. 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 Come on. Oh, he thought about it. Hey! No. No. Sit. Give me your paw. Paw. Come on. Hey. Shake. Tighten. Paw. Paw. Hey. Oh. You dummy. Any more news? Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm a little busy right now. Don't you dare step on my nuts. I think your horse is broken. For dog, ball is the way of life. Anyway, yeah, Vulcan, I was teaching these fools about rule of thirds. Here. I don't know if you've seen this shot that I took in Rome. Teaching them about nice rule of thirds. Oh, yes. Ooh, very nice. The reason it brought it up is because this shot from the ULA cast this morning. It's close to rule of thirds. It's almost rule of thirds. It's pretty damn good, but it could be better. No, I usually say paw. The reason why I switched it around, Aqualux, is because somebody had him for 8 months before us, and we've said random things like out of the blue, like we've other words for like lie down or get up, right? Instead of saying like up, you say get up, and he'll go whoop, you know, like so. I'm trying to figure out the software for my dog. Is what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know if they taught him shake or paw or if it's banana. I have no idea. Is the EJSPCA coming back? Yeah. Oh, good. Use those if you find them. That's why I try other things. Shake or knuckles or something. Like, we'll try different things. Yeah, we are reverse engineering. That's what we've been doing. We want space news? Question. Try Spanish, maybe? Titan, mano, por favor, mano. Titan, mano, por favor. Mano. Titan, siéntanse, por favor. Getting stuffing everywhere. Titan, Titan. Siéntanse, por favor. Titan, tengo comida para ti. Tengo comida. ¿Tu hambre? Tu hambre? Sí o no? No? Okay. Okay. Titan. Okay. No, he's Australian. You got to talk Australian. Hey, you want a little bit of chow down time, mate? You want a chow down? Yeah? Yeah. Want to get some kebabs? Yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do, mate. All right, just keep chewing that bulldog out. Oh, yeah. Can the center third be bigger than the left and right third? No. Multilingual dog software. Titan would have a Tim Sam slam. Launches at dawn and dusk are always prime. Shot you a photo I took of Atlas that follows the rule of thirds on Discord. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what you got, Mr. That is some very nice rule of thirds going up there. This is actually halves, but hey, good enough, good enough. Yes, yes, very nice. Discord cropped it. Yeah, it's because of this. You can't get native res. You used to be able to do that, and it would give you the native resolution, but yeah, I cropped it, technically. Hey! Stop eating your bed, you dope! Stop it! Stop it! Stop that. Don't do that. All right. Anyway, what else do we got for space news, guys? So that was the SF-51 launch. That was this morning. Everything went really good with that. Those are my shoes. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. Bed is food now. Give bed for resting. Oh, okay. I believe somebody had an Elon tweet. Okay. Just get this in the chair like that. There. This looks awful, so I'm, changing the shot. It's tied to the chair now. That's lovely. Everything went well with the flight except it being at 6 a.m. Yep. Yeah, there's a good example of rule of thirds right there. Yep. You have a Kong toy. I have Kong toys down in the house. I probably should have gotten them, but I decided to water my plants instead. Nylabone, yeah, I got you, John. I had to be up at 3:30 this morning for it. Rip. Strong. Very strong. I'm looking through Elon's tweets, and yeah, I'm just don't mind that I just don't do that on stream, you know. I've been out of the world for a few years. Did you ever finish the Ferd? Oh yeah, Sambo. Yeah, we did. Sure. You probably saw this earlier. I guess this confirms a catch attempt. All right, cool. There's the one. That's the one I was looking for. Oh yeah, we saw that yesterday. Yeah, Samba's here. Samba's, you have been out for a little while. Welcome back, by the way. So here, check this out. Ready? The truck's finished. 59's good to go. I have another project now. I actually have 7 cars now, by the way. She managed to fix the oil leak in the 250. Yeah, for the most part. It was the O-ring on the drain plug. Do you need a nice headlamp? Asking for reasons. No. What's the 8th gonna be? I actually think I have enough for now. For now. Operative word. Well, it ain't a Mopar, but I would kick her out of bed. Zambas, the next car that I'm working on is a 69 Coronet. Needs a 440. Seven, what's in the garage? What's in the garage? I heard the Coronet is in bad shape. Who'd you hear that from? Me? EJ 7 car _ SA. Yeah, there you go. 440 in a 6-pack. I'm not putting a 6-pack on there. That would suck a lot to tune. I'm not doing that. Next job, build a 10-car garage. Jeez. Here, let's all right, if there's not much here, let's go over to dog. Here. Let's see what's going on with the Starbase video. Content by Yak Bayer. I said I have enough for now. So this is the NSF update, guys. Be sure to go over and follow NSF. I do work for them. On Fridays, I host the Flame Trench. Go over there and support them. They're good dudes. Just genuine space nuts, and they allow us to view this content. Make sure you go over there and support them over on their YouTube channel. I'll link it. I will link it up. Link in the description. No, the link is in chat. NSF is full of crap now. Wow, EJ's been streaming all day. Will, I usually stream for about 10 hours a day. I have a condensed schedule because my wife is not here, so we're only streaming 8 hours a day because I have the dog. He'll go bananas if I leave him in here if we stay in here for 10 hours. He will go absolutely insane. Bird.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Jim, 36 month free sub. Hey, this button again. So look, there's the parts that were made at the Cape for the second tower. There's the remaining tower segments, and then there's the catch rail. Can you give us a quick geography lesson to explain where Massey and Sanchez are? I always see the NSF references. Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely. Hey, Saris, 67 months, so close to nice. All right, so SpaceX has a couple of different places that they move stuff around. All right, so this is a super old picture. Actually, 625. So that was about a year ago.
Go and throttle up.
This is all one building now. Hey, Ace, what's going on? Don't forget to use your Prime chat. Yeah, there you go. That's a super old picture because the tents are there. That's all one building now, Jim. You can see they're drilling in this. They're not drilling. They're digging the pilings for it. Yeah, they made this all one big melon farming building. So, and then they have 2 high bays nowadays, and then they have the mid bay, and then that's not there anymore. They demolished that building, that brand new building that they built in like 2021. That's gone. That's been gone. So the Sanchez site is this right here. It's that. The reason why it's called the Sanchez site is because there was a gas well here originally, and that was the name of the gas well. That's where their rocket garden is, where they have just spares and whatnot. So that's the Sanchez site right there. That is where the tower segments are being are hanging out. They're in this kind of staging area right here. In this picture, the Sanchez site is being used as a staging area for segments for the Mega Bay right there. See that? So that's the Sanchez site. It's this triangular shaped parcel of land. Star Factory is here. Boca Chica Village is here. And SpaceX is actually expanding. Like I said, this is a super old picture. They've expanded it. They started building new roads and grading out new roads. Is Ship 26 in this? Yeah, it's right there. That's S15. That is S15. And that's Ship 26. Since it's the best one. False. So Boca Chica Village is here. That is the South Texas Ground Tracking Station. That's one of SpaceX's ground stations right there. It's solar powered, which is actually super cool. And then obviously over here towards the ocean, you have the launch site. There's Tower 1. And right now they're building another tower right here. They've demolished all of this. This has all been graded, and they're building another one of these guys here. I'll get more on that later. Now, Massey's. So, look, right here, Jim, they demolished the test stands. They had suborbital pad A and suborbital pad B where SpaceX launched some of their early test missions, right? It was Ship 27. It's been guillotined. Thanks, Elliot. Right on. So they demolished their test stands. Now they don't have a place to... They didn't have a place to static fire starships, right? But now they do. Last year or so at this time, if you go down Highway 4, go westbound on Highway 4, a little ways, you have this. So this is Massey's. Massey's is over here. It's a little ways down the road. What is Massey's? Well, Massey's, it was a gun range. It was a shooting range. You could see the gates right there, for shooting. Actually, it was a pretty big shooting range, if I do say so myself. Yeah, there it is. All those berms right there are for stopping bullet. You do not want bullet to fly into Mexico. That's Mexico right there. That's the border. That's the Rio Grande River. That is the border, which is actually pretty nuts. Massey's, believe it or not, it has a moat around it, right? That's actually natural. That occurred naturally. This is I forget the exact phenomenon in rivers, but basically as a river flows, it'll curl up more and more. It'll do more zigzagging, and then eventually it'll just straighten out again. I forget what that's called. An oxbow. Thank you very much. Yeah. So you can see that the Rio Grande at one point snaked around like this. There was a little snaky snake right there, and then it just said nah. And it left a natural moat around this. Yeah, just in case anybody was wondering. So there it is. It was a gun range. And then now, you can't really see it in this picture, but now SpaceX uses this for testing. There is a huge flame trench right here. And that's where they use That's what they used for testing. They actually used it. They used it to get Jesus. They used it to get this shot right here. This is on that test stand. They have this big adapter here that bolts to the bottom of a Starship, and they move this, you know, four-legged thing around, and they can go set this down on the test stand. Also, I really just wanted an excuse for this shot. So they have a full duration test stand, dude. Because this has a flame bucket, it has a trench, because that Oxbow Lake naturally built up, it deposited tons of sediment on Massey's. Massey's is high up off the ground, so the water table's higher there. So they could actually dig a flame trench here. And because they have a flame trench with a bucket and a deluge system, right? A deluge system, you can do a longer duration burn with your Starships. The other pads, the suborbital pad A and B, could only take like 2 to 3 second firings, maybe 4 to 5, before they just decided they weren't a launch pad anymore. Third picture. This is coming from Bingo Boca. Starbase flyover from July 12th. Pics were taken by RGV aerial. Yeah, see, that's what it looks like now. There's a picture of the launch site. And yeah, that's what Massey's looks like right now. It is, see the big flame bucket? So that the ship static fire test stand, I call it the head crab. They can use SPMTs, right? And they drive up onto this, they set the thing down on the pedestal right there, and this thing slides out of the way, and you got a nice big flame bucket. There's your propellant lines, and they have a fixed service structure right here that'll pick up on Starship's umbilical. Yeah, they basically concreted the hell out of this place. And here's a render of what Pad B will look like. So yeah, there's your kind of glossary of terms for areas around Boca. This is from the Space Engineer. This is based off the new site plans that published by the FAA. This is my view of how we'll see Starbase in a year or two. Yeah. Yeah, see, in the future, they're gonna... Oh, you deleted the OLM. Was there an on-site cell tower in that picture? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is. Nice. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, SpaceX did a lot of work. I don't know, gun range or testing range? I like testing range, but you could still actually see some of the gun range is still there. Some of the berm. Super cool. See, this is for doing tanking tests right there. That's a firing test. I'm wondering if they're gonna build some type of booster test stand over here like this, or just use the pads. Because I've noticed something here. Check this out. There's clearly a point right here where your commodity lines go underground and then they pop back up. And that definitely is about the size of this thing. See that? Maybe in the future, over here in this flat area, they build out another one of these and make a gigantic booster test stand. Do you think boosters will eventually static fire at mass? Yay. He said his PC couldn't render OLM 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. In Space Engineer's picture here. Yeah, see, a flame bucket and a diverter. Yeah, Jax, maybe. That's a good point. Fun fact, SpaceX bought the land on the Texas side of Massey's test site, and they cleared it. Okay. Oh, the Mexico side. So they cleared over there as well? They bought that parcel of land too, huh? Interesting. They bought La Burrita? Damn. I'll bet you they bought it because, yeah, they're spitting a flame trench across the river. How do you even get to this person's house? Man, you're gonna need 4x4. Jeez. Where's Matamortos? Matamortos. Jeez. That's out in the middle of nowhere, dude. To be fair, the rest of this place is out in the middle of nowhere as well, so. What's up, Paparino? Hi. How you doing, Popper? Oh. I can't stay mad at you. Look at that ponum. Hey, no piranha puppy. Nope, you're getting ignored now. Dude, if he snaps, I just stop. No piranha puppies. That's bad. All right, anyway, let's check out the rest of this from our buddies at Nazar Space Flight. You done messed up, Aaron? That's right. In any other place, that might seem strange. Huh. Where are they getting three-phase from? Okay, nerd time. These are three-phase AC wires. You can tell because there's three groups of wires. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's three groups. So they have three-phase AC right there, and then they have regular voltage down here. That could be single sign, but whatever. I'm wondering, so that's, see that right there? It's got the spikes on it. That's heavy industrial power. Obviously, you're going to need some power if you're going to make something like that, right? Why didn't you just put the bunny back in the box? I'm wondering where that is. Where they tapping three-phase from. I don't know if they'd tap three-phase from the solar farm. But then again, this could be going from the solar farm to Massey's. Hold on one second. Hold on. Shut up, chat. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one. No. If there is power, it's either locally generated or it's not running down there. If they're doubled up, that's 2 circuits of 3-phase. That's correct. Yep. Guys, electrical wires are kind of like pipelines. You know, if you have a pipeline and your pipe is moving a lot of water and you need more capacity, right? You don't just dig up that pipe, right, and make a bigger pipe. You just put a bigger pipe right next to it. They do the same thing with wires. So, like, if you're driving down the highway and there's electrical lines that go over, if you look, you can see the demand grow over time because sometimes there might be 2 different types of towers next to each other, and they're, you know, the wires that go across the highway, right? There's 2 different towers right there, and they're both carrying lines in the same direction. It's because they needed more capacity. They needed another pipe, so to speak. It's a series of tubes. It's like a big truck. Anyway, I'm just wondering where those power lines are going. But whatever. This is from Snaster right here. So this is going towards Massey there. The tracking station and solar farm are gone. Don't know why. I just want to show you guys this picture right here. Now, you see Starship, but to see it with the trucks right there... Here, let me move my melon out of the way. See that shot with the trucks that Sean took? Just... Alright. Just consider this shot for a second. These are not small pieces of equipment, dudes. just consider that shot for a moment. You know, those are not small vehicles right there. One of those things came back from space. Yeah, Jim. Dude. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, Pupper. Yeah, those ain't Ford Rangers, right? Those are heavy-duty trucks. Yeah, exactly. I love you, Titan. Hey, stop moving the mouse. It's incredible that we watched one of those pop like a balloon last year, right, Matt? Dude, yeah, look at this shot from Sean. Look at this. What are you doing, Bugs? Here, come on up here. Come here. You want to see Starship? Come here. Didn't want to see Starship. Here. Get up here. How is that thing driven? A briefcase, Den. Believe it or not. Yeah, briefcase. Hey. Hi, Bugser. I don't know what to tell you, dudes. I don't know if there's enough room for you to sit down here, or to lie down here. I don't think. Good buddy. Anybody can sit in my chair. It's you. You mean like a remote control briefcase? Yeah, it's a briefcase that you wear and it folds out in front of you and it's got 2 joysticks. Yeah, it's actually super cool. Usually you could see the guy either riding on the back or walking with it. That's your generator right there. There's the command chair, but yeah. Bro. Yeah, see that dude with the briefcase. Where you going? You forgot the briefcase. You forgot the briefcase. Hear that, guys? Hydraulics. Those are hydraulic motors in there. Hear the noise? Hydraulics. Yeah, see that dude? This guy right here. Not Titan. This guy right here that my mouse cursor is on. He's steering the whole shebang and bang. Would the wind have any effect here? They definitely don't want to transport these on a windy day, but I think it's pretty good with that test stand attached to it. Also, they cause a traffic jam. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I saw something. Sounds like 50 hydraulic winches running at once. It does. No. U-Haul. Potable water. Yeah, they're moving potable water. There's your water truck, workers and resources style. Dude, see what I mean? Just like, dude, it's the same thing. You don't have indoor plumbing. That's how you got to do it. There you go. That is a dump truck pulling a tandem, pulling a small drinking water trailer. Cool. I thought it was a poop truck for a second. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I thought of crab music. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, he went inside. He went back in his hole. This is more work on the tower segments here. Very common in Finland. There you go. These are catch nets in case somebody falls. They're setting up the catch nets. Ship 30 lifted onto the transporter stand. Oh, there they go. They put it down. You can see the traffic rubber banding. Holy crap, you could. You're right. Hey, Popper. Here you go. Hold on 1 second, dudes. I gotta show you guys this. Hey, you want to be the streamer now? Do you want to be the streamer now, buddy? How high is it now? The tower is up to 4 segments. You want to be the streamer? He's like, look at me. I am the streamer now. Okay, you look at you. You're streaming. You have anything to say? Have anything to say to these people? Want to say hi? He done slowly pushed you out of the chair. I don't mind. Here, move you over to the side a little bit. There you go. You knock the Earth out of orbit. Here. Here, look. Tight, watch. Watch. See the starship? See the starship, buddy? Oh, look at those guys. Dude, that is a hell of an impact, driver. They're taking that flange plate off. Actually, that's not a flange plate. It's technically a gusset. That's a bolted gusset. He needs his own chair. I guess he does. Get off of me. Hi, buddy. What do I do with this, dudes? What do I do with this? I can't stay mad at him. Look at that ponum. Hi. Mama will be home soon. Titan rocket review. It makes sense. Is it not early to build 3 towers? They have not been tested with catching Starship. What if this design doesn't work? Then they have to break down all 3 towers. That's, dude, Violent, that's actually a pretty good question. I think that's a fair question. How would you do it? Dude, it's something that I've kind of talked about, dude. There's kind of no other way to do this. I mean, what type of test stand are you going to build that's going to catch one of these things? Right? I don't think they're going to build 3 towers, but I think SpaceX is pretty damn confident they can catch one, or else they wouldn't have built a 2nd tower. But even then, how would you test this? Build 1 tower, not 3. But here's the thing. You're on a tight deadline. They're on a tight deadline to get HLS working, aren't they? NASA paid them $2.2 billion to develop HLS and have it ready in the latter 5 years of this decade, right? We're running out of time. You build one of these things to launch stuff. Build the other one, full pad, not just a dedicated catch tower. I know that pisses some people off, right? You build the other one out to mess with catching operations. If you don't get it, you don't get it. At least you still have a pad that can stack and launch things. Also, Bill, that's a good point. I think the tower is modular, dude. I think they can change it. There's some commonality between all options, and all of them involve a massive tower. Exactly. At some point, so Violent, this kind of speaks to the broader picture, and I think SpaceX very much understands this. Dude, there's no low-hanging fruit. Falcon 9 was the low-hanging fruit with SpaceX, so to speak. Anything that you try to do that's going to try and buck trends, like change trends in the industry, anything that you try to do is going to such a good boy. Anything that you're going to try to do to change things is going to require a Herculean effort. There's no low-hanging fruit. We know how to get to low Earth orbit. I would say that there's some still big optimizations could be done in terms of spacecraft design, like actual space. Hey, no piranha puppy. Like spacecraft design could be done better, right? There's some stuff that could be done better, right? But you know, with spacecraft design. But like I said, you want to try to buck a trend like catching a booster. I mean, dude, who else has VTOL landed a booster? No one's VTOL landed a booster except SpaceX. No one's ever done that. Dude, and this is not a knock, because I understand the use case for it, but Ariane 6 is still fully expendable. So is Vulcan right now. No one else has done this. Rocket Lab is the one that's gotten the closest by reflying a previously used engine. Nobody else has even come close. You know, there's no low-hanging fruit here anymore. You want to change the trends in the industry. It requires a big effort. The point that I'm trying to make, you got to build a catch tower out, or you got to build something ridiculous here if you want to change the trends in the industry away from expendable rockets. You know, Blue Origin vertically landed, but the context of this subject is orbital launch vehicles. Not to knock on New Shepard. I think New Shepard's a great piece of equipment for what it's worth. What are you doing? Titan, you're going to fall off this chair. I think you're going to fall. Where's the sun? Where's the sun? That's just the moon. You killed the solar system. Dude, do you think this dog is strong? You think this dog is strong? You ripped the rope. Holy crap. Where's the Earth? Oh, it's over there. Man, if we were playing Principia, you'd be screwed, buddy. That's not food. Hey, no. Get that out of your mouth.
No one throttle up.
This is not food. No, don't. Go over there. Get up here. That's not food. Don't do it. He was Almost ate this. Put it up there. I can't find it. Ah. There it is. We solved the 3-body problem by ripping them apart. So, yeah, Violet, like I said, at the end of the day, you're just going to have to, you know, there's no other way to get around this problem. You want to reuse boosters like this, you're just going to have to build a big freaking catch tower. He thinks my banana is food. This is not food. Nope, 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 not food. Not food. Not food. Get down. Once again, look at the truck. Unbelievable. Look at the people up there. If not food, why food shape? Yeah. Sit down. Relax, dude. This thing is so freaking huge. Unbelievable. I know about that. We got a dog that ate paper. He took a bite off of $1 at some point, too. Right? You wouldn't go up there? Why? Put on a new one in there. Actually, that's not a Block 2 Starship. It still has the blunt, the flat edge. Flat edge, excuse me. New office building. Window installation has begun?
How much do you think Microsoft Windows is worth? Wait just 1 minute before you answer. And listen to this incredible news. Windows.
Makes me happy.
All right, that's enough. Hey, Trekkie, what's going on? Yep, we got 4 segments. 5th one is teed up. There's, what is it, guys? 7 segments total? Actually, we could just go back and look at this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the cap. Oh, no, there's another one down there that I can't see. So 8 and then 9 is the cap. There we go. You guys said 9. I thought it was 7 big segments, but yeah. After 6, there's a crane reconfiguration. Yeah, dude, look at the power boom. Power boom, baby. Starhopper, a new entrance is likely being built next to it. This is the D2 gate that they're building out right here. Per the FAA plans. That's Sanchez. This guy. Per SpaceX's new plans, they're building a gate right here. Instead of trying to drive stuff in this way and go that way, they're actually going to close that up. The new entrance gate will be right here. And then it'll turn and go to, in this picture, this is a RGV aerial picture. Right there. See what I'm talking about? Where the crane is actually... Oh, it's got a wagon. Look at that. Ah! It's got a little wagon on it. Look at the crane wagon. I say little wagon. That's probably like 400,000 pounds of counterweight. See, he's got a little wagon. Yeah, the new gate's going to be right there, and it's going to... It looks like they've graded out... so there used to be kind of a hill right here, so to speak, where Wow, they really... Whoa. I didn't really realize how much of this they took out. So, fellas, look at this Google Earth picture. Let me show you the difference. So, see, you can see that this was all raised up off the ground. The reason why is because the SpaceX was packing down the soil here when they still thought Falcon 9s were going to launch here back in 2018. There was supposed to be a horizontal integration facility right here. And then Falcon 9 would have had a crawlerway, and then the launch pad would have been basically right here. But they made them the suborbital pads instead. And it looks like SpaceX has graded all of this terrain off. Yeah, the Gateway to Mars sign didn't last very long, did it? Look, there was a freaking building right there, and SpaceX just like, nah. Look, they just cut that building in half. They're just like, nah, we don't need that. And it looks like they've graded all this out. They've dug out all the dirt. Now the question is, where the heck did all that dirt go? Yeah, that you could see that right there. This is where that soil was compacting, and that's where the old horizontal integration facility would have been. I'm wondering where the dirt went. Crazy. What I find harder to understand is these cranes have small joints. How do they not snap under the load? It's all about how it's distributed, dude. If you're distributing like 400,000 pounds through one little pin that's about, you know, let's say it's 25 millimeter, Violent, right? You have a 25 millimeter bolt. You're dispersing a lot of force through that, right? But if you have like 6 or 7 of them, well, now you've, let's say you have 4. You're moving 400,000 pounds. That means each bolt can hold 100,000. But see, here's the thing. The load is distributed. Most of the load goes down this piece. That piece is called the boom right there. Actually, all of the load goes down that. And the bolts with the shearing force actually can take the load. That shouldn't be an issue. Everything is in compression. You're putting a shearing, but you're putting tensile force on the bolts because they're horizontal. But a bolt can, it takes a lot to shear a bolt like that. Now, I know what you're going to ask. Like, okay, how does that answer your question? Well, here's the thing about cranes, okay? Cranes load themselves up slowly, extremely slowly. So if you ever notice a crane, when it's pulling something, it's going very, very, very slow. They tension the cables first, right? The cable's loose, you pull it tight, and then you slowly pick something up. The key here is that the bolt will be able to take a lot of force as long as you don't introduce that tensile? No, not tensile force, shearing force. As long as you introduce that shearing force slowly, you could build up the load over time, and it's not a big deal. That's how it seemingly can carry such a crazy freaking load, because they're not what's called shock loading the system. At the base, there's also one bolt. Yeah, that bolt's probably about 120 millimeter or something, or 100 mil. It's a pretty big bolt. Agalex, I'd have to go look at the whole thing, how it all works. I can tell you. I wish I could zoom in. Violent, it's possible that the bolt is just there to hold it together. I mean, what Agalex said could be right. The clevis that's there is probably taking the load, the structural piece. So to talk in Kerbal terms, think of this triangular piece, right? And this piece and this rectangular piece have same vessel collision on, and the pins that hold them together don't, but they still hold them together. It could be that the Clevis is taking the load. It's possible. It probably is, to be honest with you. Yeah, dude. See, they're busting that out right there, and they're gonna build a new gate right here. There's just a bunch of shipping connexes, but I think it's so ridiculously cool how SpaceX can just erase this like a blackboard. Like, they're just like, yeah, whatever. Now, here's the curious thing. So obviously we have an orbital launch mount right here, right? For sure. Stay. Now we have an orbital launch mount here, but look. They're digging. They're digging. They've been digging and we don't know why. No, look, they're drilling pilings in here. See that? That is a pretty damn good indicator that there's going to be a flame trench here. This pad will not look like... It won't look like that. Yeah, SpaceX to contractors. Yeah, remember that thing you built a few months ago? Yeah, that's got to go. Oh, dude, look. More power boom segments for the 8800. See? There's a power boom. They can attach one, and then there's more regular boom segments. Once again, this is a lattice crawler. You assemble it like a Lego Technic kit, and it's got... so you have your boom... and then you have your jib masts right there. You have your mast, and then I forget what the last piece is called. I have to go look. Will OLM-A be decommissioned and scrapped? I don't think so, Nova Raptor. I think SpaceX is just going to very much go with what works, because you got to remember, Artemis. Time's running out, dude. I told you that it won't be... I don't think HLS will be the bottleneck for Artemis. Right now, the bottleneck for Artemis is the freaking Orion capsule. Maybe it'll be upgraded, who knows? I still want to rely on more than just the pins, though. If the design has been proof and tested, I don't really care what it is. It could be on a needle, for all I care. As long as the load distribution has been tested, I don't... Right? Like... We nerding out about cranes again? Well, dude, look at this. Look at this unit. That's a big unit. It's an absolute unit. Oh, that money pit? I'm sorry, Apollo is superior in every way. Now you get it. People have been known to forget to install a pin. Yeah. But the crane won't stand up if you don't install all the pins correctly. You will not be able to pick it up. It'll sag over. How does that crane handle wind? Good question, Cannon. It doesn't. If it's too windy, you bring the crane down. I don't show it on stream because people died, but look up the Big Blue crane. Yeah. You do not hoist. So a crane license, like a licensed operated crane, is called a hoisting license. You do not hoist in high winds. Just like you don't launch a rocket in high winds for the exact same reasons. You ever take a Lego and, like, throw it into the ground? I said these are like Lego Technic kits. Big Blue crane. Look it up. So what happened with Big Blue is there was a guy that owned a crane hoisting company, right? And his employees were refusing to lift something. I forget what it was. They were refusing to lift something. They're like, no, it's too windy. I'm not doing that. We can wait till tomorrow. And he said, screw that. It needs to get done right now. Screw it. I'll do it. And then the crane tipped over and fell on him. That's why I do not show that on stream. Can you imagine having that fall on you? That's not good. I don't know if he was the only casualty, but the crane, seeing a crane get ripped apart like seeing a crane get shish kebabbed in high winds is, yeah, it's pretty fascinating, except when you realize there's somebody in the middle of that. Yeah, killed a bunch of people. Yeah, killed 3 people. Yeah, yeah. So that was a super good question, dude. Yeah, cannon fodder. Good question, man. Super good. Yeah, you don't. You don't if it's too windy. That's the solution there. You do not. Sorry, I'm just moving the fan so it doesn't screw up the screen as much. I have a possible answer to the three-phase. I think it might have been covered on CSI Starbase, but I was able to trace a new three-phase line being put in on Google Maps. Street View doesn't have the conductors in, and the posts aren't that far down the road. It dead ends here, assuming... Dead ends here. Let's take a look-see. Assuming the pictures are old, they probably could have gotten the line the whole way down and added a second set. Okay, they're running power out there. Aqualex, you said there's a power plant around here. Let's see if we can spot it. My guess is there's probably a power plant around the Port of Brownsville somewhere. Nope, that's an oil terminal. Another oil terminal. More oil terminals. Not a plant, a substation just to the north. So it's run to here, and there's a substation. We're looking for a transformer. It's hard. They're hard to spot if you don't know what to look for. I mean, there's no way these things aren't running off of industrial power. So there's got to be something. The big blue one. Industrial 3-phase was completed after Flight 1. They have a dedicated transformer in Brownsville. Well, there you go. That's not right. That's not right. I hate it. I hate it so much. Let me show you why I hate it. That's why I hate that. I hate it so much. That's... so much for that ship. Oh, look, you can see the well deck. Chat, where are my ship nerds at? What ship is that? It's... I can't really tell. It's down to the hangar deck. Whatever it is, they stripped it real fast. Kitty Hawk? That's a shame, dude. CV660. I think it's 66. CV66. Last non-nuclear carrier. 63? 66 was America. That ship's gone too. Saratoga's gone too, and the Kennedy's about to join it, which really blows. Yep, there's a transformer. Those are step ups or step down. I can't really tell. Yeah, that's the closest one. Well, hey, good work there, dude. So they got industrial power, which is pretty cool. You rode on that thing for a couple weeks. Yeah, Port of Brownsville, guys, is where they scrap ships. If you haven't figured that out, they sell the ships to the U.S. Navy for like $1. The U.S. Navy sells Port of Brownsville the ships for like $1, and then they tow it and scrap it, which sucks. There's a Tycon sitting there. Oh, come on, man. There's two of them. Oh, what are those Tycos doing? Those are good ships. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's freaking bullcrap. Stop doing that. They keep doing that. Stop doing that. You're going to scrap Tychos and keep those piece of junk littoral combat ships? Those things littorally suck. Sorry, rant over. Anyway. Those are Perry class. Point still stands, Lemprod. Chad, you got crabs. And how come you aren't mad about Atlas V's getting expended? Because Vulcan is going to replace it, and Vulcan's better, and it's partially reusable. What? All right, that's enough. So that was the Starship update, or Starbase update, I guess. Starbase update coming out of Boca Chica. That was from Jack and Sean, good buddies of mine. And fellas, please, 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 please go support NASA Spaceflight. Go over there and at least give them a subscription. And go watch these videos, dude. Give them the watch time. That helps pay my salary, quote unquote, because I do work for them from time to time. So yes, very, very good, very good. Please, please go over there. Buy a mug, buy a t-shirt. You don't have to do that. Just hit the subscribe button. Trust me. Good space content, the best. Zach did a video over a year ago on the installation of their 3-phase. Oh, okay, Creeper. Yeah. I got you. Right on. Subscribing to SF is free. Did you do a Starliner update yet? Actually, I did do one the other day, Jax, when they had a press conference about it. Was that yesterday? What day is it? Tuesday? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Isn't it? Jax, what do you want to know? So, tis bruv ye. Oh, all right. Righto. About that time, eh, chaps? Righto. So, long story short, Boeing is they're teeing up some qualification testing with a Starliner service module at White Sands. They're tracking two big things. One of them is those helium leaks. They think the helium leaks are isolated to certain thrusters. Well, not think. They actually proved it with the hot fire test. They fired Starliner's RCS while it was attached to the ISS. They fired its thrusters when it was attached to the space station. For the people that don't speak spaceflight. And it was testing to make sure that it was stressing the helium system. That's what it was trying to do. And they actually confirmed from that, from what I can understand, that the helium system is stable, in their words. So that basically confirms that helium leaks won't be an issue for the descent phase of the mission. Now, here's the bigger one that they're... Jax, the bigger one that they're going over, the other problem that they have is... it's not really a problem, to be honest with you. Like, that's not even the right way to say it. It's just something to learn. They just want to be absolutely sure, because you don't want to screw around with this stuff, and it would pay to understand what's going on with the service module, right? The other one is the computer is shutting off thrusters because the thrusters are overheating. Boeing had a thermal model basically for Starliner, and it was not good enough. I.e., the thrusters are the way they're commanding the thrusters to work is actually not good, and I guess they didn't take into account the thrusters firing into the sun. Not like actually like when the capsule in the back of the capsule is pointed at the sun and they go to fire the thrusters, that the thrusters actually overheat. Now, what happens when you overheat one of these thrusters? The thrusters are monomethyl hydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide. So they're hypergolic. So it's very simple. There's a rocket engine with two fuel injectors. or it's not, they're not two fuel injectors. One's a fuel injector, one's an oxidizer injector. And when the thruster gets too hot amongst, melting, right? When you heat up NTO and MMH, it can boil in the lines. I don't think I need to say why you don't want that. And also you get very nasty seal degradation in the O-rings to the injectors to the rocket engine. You get pretty bad degradation. And what the computer is doing is what the computer did when they manually flew Starliner around is it was shutting off thrusters because they were getting too hot. They will not be up there for Crew 9, Jax. That was part of the press conference. They're going to bring them down. What they're doing is the reason why they're extending the stay isn't because they're like stranded or anything. They never were stranded. They're trying to learn more about the service module, learn about the seal degradation so they can fix it. So it doesn't keep happening. It's not that big of a deal, but do you want to deal with this exact problem every time you launch one of these? There's something that needs to be changed, and this is why you have a test flight, right? Now, to be honest with you, with the way Boeing has done their testing, you really ideally don't want any problems happening during your final test flight. Your test flight is more of a final exam, but sometimes that's just the way she goes, bud. Yeah, their simulations were not adequate for what the thermal heating that was in thermal heating. From the heat, their heating simulation was not adequate for what heating was encountered on the flight. So the thrusters are overheating, and it's providing seal degradation, and that's not good. Mapped out the three-phase line. Damn, you went to town on that thing. Cool. Well, thanks, man. Why wasn't this temperature issue detected in previous flights? Now, Talon, this is what's really going to activate your almonds. It was. Yeah. Yeah. This exact thing happened on the OFT2 issue. Or on this exact issue happened on the OFT2 flight. Not sure why they didn't do anything about it. And they put people on it. Well, it's easy to say it in hindsight, given the situation that we had, but I didn't hear you saying nothing about this before they launched. Does it really activate your almonds? I'm a bit worried that they didn't take the sun into account. Well, the deviation of the thermal model is what I'm wondering. They obviously did take the sun into account, but they didn't take enough of the sun into account. It's a turbocharger. Sorry. They clearly didn't take enough of it into account because the thrusters are overheating. Do I have another one? Come on, just do it. Don't linger. Stare into the light. It'll make it go away. I'm all right. Stare into the sun. I can't. I'm inside. Oh, boy. Put your finger on your nose. Apparently, that's supposed to help. Okay. EJ didn't take the sun into account. Wouldn't that be not taking the ceiling into account, or... Right? Like... Still looking at this picture. This picture is gnarly. I can't believe they leveled that berm. It leveled it like it was their job. It's just... You could see where they were just like, nah. The pad was like, flush me, Jay, flush me. Be like, nah. Dude, hold up. Look, they dug up the supports here. You can still see the original 3 supports for Hoppy. Holy crap. Did anyone notice that? Look, 1, 2, and 3. Those are the original hold down points for the hopper. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's so cool. I totally missed that. Too bad it's getting all messed up. They're going to pull that crap right out of there. And you could see the originals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mounts from the suborbital pad. There was another suborbital pad right here, but that's long gone. Yeah, see? Look. Look at all the excavators. They're just digging it out right there. They're going to dig it out, flatten that sucker. That's cool, man. I love, dude, I miss doing this. I love doing this. This is fun, man. For some weird reason, this makes me want to play Satisfactory. Don't worry, we'll play a lot in September. It's so funny that the 3 concrete posts for Hopper are still there. You know what made me want to play Satisfactory? The railings. Because that was my thing in Satisfactory. Put railings everywhere. Man, I still can't believe it, dude. They really dug everything out here. Like, I want to show this again, just like I want to kind of compare and contrast. We got distracted by a 3-phase line. Guys, there was like a whole fueling area right there for the suborbital pads. Like, once again, that picture's from RGV. I don't want to cover up his logo. Whoa. The other thing that I noticed is right here. Look, they reclaimed all of this land right here. The border of it used to be right there. See? In that picture, it goes all the way to the road. I didn't notice. When did the last vertical tank come out? Dude, I don't even remember that happening. Probably because I've just I kind of stopped doing space news there for a little while. At least not on a regular basis. But now we're going back to the regular schedule, so. Yeah, that's short. They paved an entire parking lot there, and then we're just like, nah, never mind. It's going to be where the air separation unit is. Yeah, that's right. They're going to make the fuel for it right there and pump it right into the tank farm. There was a parking lot right here, dude. They got rid of it. Yeah, Bill, probably. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Two Starship pads. It's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Here, a little bit of a subject change regarding the crabs. Jack asks, hey, biologist Twitter, does anyone know why this is happening? Midsummer rain causing a bunch of activity that would normally take place in the fall or winter over time? I'd really love to know. Never seen anything like this in Starbase in 5 or 6 years of coming here. He's talking about the crabs. The heavy rain activated a mass reproduction party in Journey to Spawn. I've seen it here on the island a few times in the past. It's like an episode of Planet Earth. That's awesome. Water capacity for the second pad would be like double, probably to support scrubs. Yeah, there you go. Monkas. Oh, Jack, my boy! Why did the crab cross the road? To get to the crab rave! Jack is the man. God, that guy makes me so happy. Why do we have Crab Rave on demand? Why don't we have Crab Rave on demand? Just don't take a nap in the dunes. There's someone who's been camped in the dune for several weeks. Their tent was gone. They ate the tent too. Crab's like, Homer Simpson, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Activities, none. Sports, none. Honors, none. You don't want a crab boil? I don't do seafood, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a picky eater. I just don't do seafood. I've had seafood. I grew up in Boston. Of course I've had seafood. Doesn't do it for me. Give me a steak. I'm not a surf and turf kind of guy. I'm more of a turf and turf kind of guy. Did you see the dragonfly swarm at the beach in Rhode Island? I did see that. I saw that on the local news, yeah. You haven't tried good seafood. I've had seafood in Japan. Does Japan not have good seafood? Please let me know. Believe me, I'm not just like, oh, I hate seafood. No, I've ate stuff that most people that like seafood probably haven't eaten. What do you consider seafood? Fish or crabs? Is this the part in Narrow Leon where you tell me what I like and don't like? Is this the part where you tell me what food I like and don't like? Is that what's going on here? Is that are we at this part now? Define food. No, dude, I like salmon. Salmon's good. I'll eat that. Sure. No, it's a terminology thing. I don't like crabs, for what it's worth. Not a lobster guy, even though lobster's kind of tangy. Weird. It's not bad. It's just, yeah, not a big fan. I've had crab before. Shrimp is, I can see why somebody would like shrimp, but I'm not a big fan. Give me pork or steak. Seafood in the room with you right now? Yeah, I have a Midwestern palate, which I don't know how the heck that happened. Give me steak and potatoes, dude. Like, that's really where I'm at. I'll eat sushi, Mason. Sure. Yeah, sushi's okay. Yeah, I won't do crab. I don't like crabs. Potatoes, you are half Irish. I'm not half Irish, which is strange. No, I am not. How about blue oyster? I have not. Oh, I don't know if I've had blue oyster before. But in Narrow Leon, I grew up in Boston, so that counts. That counts. I grew up here, okay? There's a lot of Irish people here. A lot of shepherd's pie growing up, okay? A lot of beef stew, all right? Tofu's okay. But that's not really seafood. That's just... Blue oyster cult? Yeah. Those are good. Spanish living in Ireland? No way. Hey, potatoes are amazing, man. I could eat potatoes all day. I'm serious. They're delicious. You could do anything. You boil them. You could mash them. You could mash them again. You could saute that, dude. Yeah. You could stick them in a stew. I didn't say that, Far Night. You did. I didn't say that. You did. Damn it, William, you did it. No. Not even lobster? Yeah, no. like I said, I've had this stuff, dude. I've had eel before, sea urchin in Japan. Just no me gusta la comida del mar. No me gusta. How about this, EJ? 12-ounce prime rib on a bed of rigatoni pasta with a side of garlic mashed potatoes. I could eat that every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Jocko, and it would be amazing. Yeah, sea urchin ruined seafood for me, Aquilix. Yeah, it ruined it. Like, ruined it. Dude, I can't, I'm just... Dude, that tasted awful. It was awful. Oh, God. Arthropod hate. Where's your inclusivity, man? Is it inclusive if you hate everyone? Do you do beans? Absolutely, man. I'm from Boston. Of course I do beans. How the heck do you eat the spiky thing? Slowly. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I'm like, this... No. It was terrible. Just give me a steak, damn it. Or chicken. Urchin made me wish for a real life undo. Right? Thank you. Oh, God, it tasted horrible. No, I don't want a seafood intervention. I just want a steak. I was very clear on this. How do you cook your steak? Medium, between medium and medium well. More on the medium side of things. Well done steak. Steaks shouldn't be crunchy. Oh, God. Yes, hired that. It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate seafood so much. Just give me a steak, damn it. No, I mean, how? Grill, cast iron, smoke? I had a buddy over and we made steak. We grilled it, dude. I can grill it. I can do cast iron. I can broil it in the oven, but I grill the steak. If it's not charcoal, you're wrong. Here, let me tell you what you like. Someone doesn't like the smell at Salisbury Beach. No, low tide smells awful, dude. I think I put stuff in the toilet that smells better than that. Low tide smells terrible, dude. Call Hank Hill over. Yep, I use nice quality clean burning propane. I don't use the damn flammable rocks that everybody else uses that claims they're better, but they're not. Using charcoal is just un-American, boy. God, stop linking those pictures! Oh, it's so gross. Stop doing that! Oh, I hate seafood so much, dude. It's so bad. Oh, God. You didn't have to eat that, guys. You didn't have to eat that. And if you ate that too, like, dude, that came out of the ocean. Other stuff comes out of the ocean. I don't want anything from the ocean no more. Screw that. Screw it. It's disgusting. Thanks, Aqualex. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Real moment right now. I'd eat it, cover it in batter, and deep fry it. No, Tessa, you would not. Trust me on this one. Here's a palate cleanser. Ah. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're dialing it back in. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Oh, you got leftover scallop potatoes with chorizo in the fridge? Man, I'm hungry. You want something good for the ocean? Rescue the cow that jumped off the cargo ship. My guy. Good man, Chaka. I know you would, Chaka. Good man. All right. Is there any other space news around? Let's see. So EAA is ending and all the planes are leaving. Here. How can you call that plane ugly? That is not an ugly plane. Electron did not launch. Oh, dude! Stubby truck! Look! Stubby truck! Look at the stubby truck! It's so small! Look at the small stubby truck! It's so small! Look at this small stubby! It's ugly. Ugly? It's a Ford. It's not ugly. Stubby trucks are okay. Stubby nozzles are bad. Look at it. Look at it. It's so small. It's tiny. The old Buff. The big, ugly, fat feller. I'm not being mean to Grandpa Buff. I think the B-52 looks amazing. I seriously, I love it. I think, yeah, the B-52 is beautiful. I think it's a beautiful plane. There, I said it. I don't think it's ugly at all. I think the B-47 is the prettiest, though. That plane just looks right. It's polite. It's right. And it's the Mr. McSneezy XB-47 Deluxe. The B-58. I like the B-58, except when you realize the B-58 has a gizzard on it, it looks ridiculous from the side. It's bent. It looks ridiculous. XB-70, yeah. The XB-70, that is an airplane. See that, chat? Faster than an SR-71. It was never proven, though, but it almost was. It looks like they slapped a super running canopy on a 747 stair. Oh. No, you're thinking of the XB-52. One of the prototypes of the B-52 had an inline cockpit like a fighter. Yep. Sea last pulls. Sea last pulls. Pulls sea last. Question. This plane, what are the things on the end of the wings? Are they extra fuel tanks? Because I see them on smaller planes too. Let me see. When are you going to make it up to EAA? Sometime. On the end of the wings? Violet? What are we talking about here? That? Fuel tank. It's actually a pylon. You can put whatever on it, believe it or not. The B-52 can carry pylons, guys. It has 2 of them on the inners right there. See it? There's a thing for carrying stuff. They're external racks, technically. The B-52 has an internal bomb bay, but you can also put stuff on the outside pylons, too. My personal favorite payload... Jim, you already ruined it. My personal favorite is a payload that had people aboard. Yep. B-52s can carry whatever, guys. The bomb bays are huge. The bomb bays are probably like 2 shipping containers stacked on top of each other, and there's 2 of them. B-52s are freaking gigantic. It's one of those scale things again, just like Starship. You don't realize how big that plane is. I've walked up next to one. Actually, multiple B-52s. Actually, if you really want to know, I've stood underneath that exact plane. That's Balls 3. That's the B-52 serial number 3. It's at Pima. Yeah. And it had the X-15 pylon on it, which is super cool. Can they drop light tanks? No. That's what a C-130 is for. Well, you think I'm kidding?
Capabilities is the delivery of heavy cargo such as tanks by LAPES, an acronym for Low Altitude Parachute Extraction System. A drone chute at the rear of a specially reinforced pallet drags the tank out of the
bad idea.
The pallet absorbs the heavy impact of the landing.
Lapes drops. They don't do this anymore for really good reasons. Low altitude parachute. Yeah, that they don't do that anymore. Holy balls, that's crazy. Yeah. It's so sketchy. It's still funny, dude. Oh my god, it looks so goofy. What are they dropping? Tanks. That's a Sheridan tank. Sheridan tanks are a light-duty tank that was developed by the U.S. during the Cold War that was made entirely out of aluminum. So that made the tank light enough to be able to be in a C-130 and be dropped out the back. I'm not sure what capability that gets you, but let's just say they don't do that anymore. It's very, very, very dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, this is
cargo such as
this is very dangerous. It's not goofy, it's heroic. Dude, you don't know how nuts that actually is. Speed up the playback. This is actually too slow as well. Holy crap, it just pooped the tank out. It's just the dumbest idea ever. It's very Kerbal. Chat said it right. It is very KSP, dude. That's how Kson was supplied when they were surrounded. That's right. Yep. That's such a stupid idea. Oh. Nope, we don't want to listen to that because that's copywritten. Yeah, they stopped doing Lapes drops because people died. Yeah. Now, believe it or not, that's not the dumbest thing that was ever done with the C-130. You want to see the dumbest thing ever done with a C-130? Here. That's not the smartest thing. I mean, that part isn't bad. They still do that too. You could still do that with C-130s where you just strap a couple of missiles to the side. This is the dumb part. Oh, it gets dumber. Don't worry. I made this in Kerbal. Yeah, we made Credible Sport in Kerbal. Hey, nice Camaro. Or no, Vega. Nice Vega. All right. Not dumb, just dumb to have it triggered manually by the pilot versus automatically when the landing gear contacts. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Brakes! Hit the brakes! Actually, this part is pretty cool. This part's pretty cool. Yeet! That part's pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. that part's pretty good. This next part, though, this part doesn't end well. Uh-oh. Oh, too much evil, too much evil. Watch the wing. Oh. Yeah, I think the wing is not winging right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. It has become wingant. Actually, the fact that the other wing stayed intact is pretty damn impressive. It's a testament to that C-130's design. Did you see how fast that thing hit the ground? Probably hit the ground at like 5-6 meters a second. That's freaking ridiculous. They were trying to rescue the Iranian hostages, dude. And they needed something that could land in a stadium. Oh, freaking oof. Yeah. See, that's cool, but also that's not a really smart idea. That's probably the stupidest thing ever done with a C-130. Yeah, the SRBs haven't flamed out yet, but that, you know, the fire that's coming out of the wing fuel tanks, because yeah, see that's bad. See that's all the fuel just leaking out of the tank. You know, that's good for it. That's fine. They would still call it pilot error. They didn't trigger the downward facing rockets fast enough, dude. That's what happened in this particular scenario. So when you fire these ones, those things are supposed to turn on. Because when you fire that, you're going to stall. You have a rocket slowing you down, right? Yeah, see that? They didn't fire. That's not good. They're not JADOs. They're not assisting the takeoff. They tried to make it assist the landing in this scenario. It didn't work. Yeah, see this part? That plane isn't flying again. You can tell because of the way it is. Imagine if they didn't botch that landing test and actually landed that thing in a stadium. That would have blown the world's mind. Yeah, it would be pretty cool, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like that wouldn't be neat. Also, B-47. Look at that. Now that's a pretty plane. The wing knows where it is because it knows where it forgot where it was in that one. XB-47, man. Dude, that's where the meta almost went, guys. Like, the meta almost went for bombers to just make a single-seater, just a gigantic single-seater plane that just had as many bombs as a B-17. They almost did that. That's what the B-47 is, basically. I mean, it has a small crew. Yeah, like single seat fighter, so to speak, right? But it's a bomber. I mean, that thing's as big as a B-17. The other ridiculous thing is that the B-17 is like 5 years older than this. Well, maybe not 5, about 10 years. That sounds right, Aqualex, yeah. It's a beautiful aircraft. I don't know if I want bombers to do 36-hour missions with one pilot. That is the exact reason why they didn't do that. That's the exact reason why they did not do that. Other pictures coming from EAA that you might appreciate. Dude, that paint job on the A-10, though. Wowzers. Do you think that the C-130 is going to be replaced anytime soon? Absolutely not, Christoph. Lockheed broke the mold when they made that design. It's still, it's an amazing vehicle. In fact, they still make them. They still make them. The production lines for the C-130 have not closed since 1958. They've just been making C-130s ever since. Yeah, exactly, Banger. Yeah, there you go. You have pilots working in shifts on big airplanes like that. Correct. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, the A-10 in this kind of marine camo, yeah, I don't hate that. That's actually that's pretty trick. That looks pretty cool. To be fair, the J models are completely different. They're amazing. Yeah, of course. And a Ford Mustang now is not a Ford Mustang from 1965, but it is still a Mustang, right? Yeah, the ones that they make they're the Super Hercules. Is that a different engine on the A-10? It looks longer. Nope. Doesn't look like it to me. I forget what engines those are. TF-34s? I forget. That's just a commercial jet engine. That's like a jet engine from a CRJ 700 or something. It's an off-the-shelf component. It's some ridiculous, like, crazy military jet. That's what makes A-10 so ridiculous. That actually is why partially the reason why we still use them. They're really easy to maintain. They're super easy to maintain. Yeah, A-10s are very simple. They're not a complicated design. Are they TF-34s, CW? Yeah, that's just an airliner engine. Yeah, they'll be flying after the cockroaches. Yep. Remember that Malik VR guy? Yeah, he worked on A-10s if I remember right. Oh, cool. I do. Basically a flying cannon. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Tessa. If you want to make an aircraft with a flying Gatling gun on it, right? A 30mm depleted uranium Gatling gun, right? The only way to balance that correctly in a plane design is to hang two engines and a stabilizer off the very back of the plane. It's the only way you can balance that out, because that. Yeah, Selfish, I do. Yeah, yeah. It is bigger and heavier than that thing. what is it, like 60 rounds a second or something? Because frick you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That it's close to it, Tessa. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, the ammo, the drum is basically in the center of the plane. Yeah, it's close. The drum is right here. Are there land vehicles with an Avenger? No. No, dude, you'd need a tank. You'd need a light tank chassis to move that thing around and fire it. Dude, okay, so here's the thing. In order for the A-10 to line up this thing, you have to be near the ground. So, and you have to, it's almost kind of like, I'm not going to say landing, right? But, you know, you're going to aim this thing. You're going to aim the whole plane. The whole plane is a turret, right? You're going to aim this thing. So your engines aren't at full throttle. That's what I'm trying to say. If it had enough ammo, when the engines are like at half throttle and you held down the trigger, provided you had enough ammunition, it'll stall the airplane. Don't get me wrong, if you just powered it up, they thought of that, right? But there's the Avenger cannon has enough thrust to stall the motors in certain scenarios. Imagine a tank armed with one of those. You know, I'm not saying I don't want that, but a tank with one of those things on there would be pretty lethal. Would be great for anti-air. I mean, just put a Sea-Whiz. Put a Sea-Whiz down. Wouldn't be effective. 30 millimeter is effective because it attacks the top of the tank armor where it's thinner. I mean, Nader, if you wanted to just saw a building in half, though, just no more building. So you're saying the A-10 could land in a stadium? Yeah. The Dutch actually use the Avenger as a Sea-Whiz for their navy. Gold? Wait, what? Yeah. Oh. 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 Well. Oh. 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 Well then. Today I learned. Wow. That's okay. What are you going to use that for? Cutting another ship in half? Because it could. Holy crap. That's an Avenger cannon on a boat. I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Look at that thing. That's not point defense. That's point at what you want deleted. Yeah, exactly. Holy crap. Ain't even mad. It's pretty awesome. Can you imagine, like, a battleship having just, I mean, actually, I was about to say, can you imagine a battleship having a bunch of Sea-Whizzes on it, but If you know, you know. I've read the Machine Gun Jetpack XKCD. That's awesome. Imagine having, instead of the 5-inch secondary battery on a battleship, just having 5 Sea Whizzes or goalkeepers on the side. just kamikaze. No, you wouldn't be able to get near it. 5 seconds, it's like blowing an entire country's GDP. You're not wrong, dude. Oh, shoot. Okay. Anyway. I'm looking through all the Oshkosh pictures. CH-47. KC-135, C-17. CF-18. Ooh, cool. Wait, what? Scroll down. Tell me what's in. Oh, a Mitchell. P-51. Whoa, dude. Huh. A P-51C. Cool. Kind of rare. That's not a P-51D. That's a P-51C. That's got an Allison V1710 in it. It doesn't have the Merlin engine. Shame. F-35. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, now that's a P-51D right there. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Doc was there. Yes. Look at that unit. A 17-cylinder engine? No, Allison V1710 is the name of the motor. It's, I think it's a V12. Cough.
Here's what the ammunition...
Oh, nice. Neat. Yeah, Doc and Fifi, the only 2 airworthy B-29s were there. Oh, that plane is killer. Look at that thing. Dude. Oh, that's so cool. I'm geeking out. I'm getting nerd chills. Oh, that's killer. Look, dude, look. Did you see that? Watch the propellers. It looks like the propellers changed speed. He changed the pitch, changed the blade pitch. Watch. Oh, that's so cool, man. What a plane. What a freaking plane that is. Holy crap. Damn, that's cool. And there was a Lank, too. Wait. Whoa, look at this. Look what? Wait a minute. Bro, let's go. Oh, no, wait. Poyekali. frick off, dude. Soviet cigars on the runway. Oh, you're right. They do look like cigars with wings. Damn it, Christoph. Now I can't unsee that. Bro. That's, dude, Oshkosh is nuts, man. Just nuts. This whole thing is ridiculous. It's the Aircraft Association air show in Oshkosh, man. It is a lot of cool stuff shows up. Let me put it to you like that. Oh. Oh. Woo, baby. There's only 2 of those things. Dude, we gotta go to this next year. We gotta go to this, man. We're road tripping. Ernock, if you're there, we're road tripping to Oshkosh. We're doing it. Bro. Yes. Hold on, I'm shutting up. Listen to this sound. Why have 1 Merlin engine when 4 do trick? All right, Nader. You usually fly in for the week? All right, cool. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. What a beautiful freaking plane, dude. C-130. Oh, is that what you were talking about, Hellfish? The C-130 painted with invasion stripes. Now that's something you don't see every day. Oh, dude. Do you see the propellers? Bruh. How much horsepower is that combined? Merlin engines, dude, that's so cool. Merlin engines, what do they make? Like 1,200 horse? And there's 4 of them? Bro, let's go. I'm telling you, man. That's such a good design. The C-130. It's one of the best planes ever made. That's not a rocket engine, silly. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong, but... Dude, the brush plane. That's awesome. Oh, Nader. Hey. Let's go. Yeah. That's so cool. These planes are so cool, man. Oh, there's 3. Triplets, Basil. Triplets. 3 of them. Oh, yeah. Harriers. One of the craziest, smartest designs that came out of the UK. Hawker Siddeley is the original company that made those. The US thought it was so good that we were like, yeah, we're taking those. There's 1 engine. That thing hovers with 1 motor. 1 motor. The Pegasus engine. Falklands champion. That's right. It is. What's that? Is that an Airbus? Oh, they flew in a lot of vets for EAA. That's cool, man. But they flew him in on an Airbus. Yeah, whatever. That's cool. Right on. Made in USA Airbus. Yeah, co-parter. Oh, 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 oh. Hello. Excuse me. That's a P-51D right there. That's the Merlin engine action right there. Actually, Packard, if we were going to be really technical. No turbo? No, not on an F4U. An F4U has a radial engine in it. That doesn't have a turbo on it, but it has a supercharger on it. Yep. Miss the Harriers so much. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I hear ya. Nader, I just want to let you know that if I ever become like super internet famous and make lots of money, let's just say there's another devil dog that I'm good friends with that watches the stream that was a Harrier mechanic. So we have the mechanic, we have me, and then, you know, we're slowly putting all the pieces together, okay? Slowly. Where's your pilot? Well, Nader. Nader's the pilot. We'll slowly piece this together. And we'll call it Polaris Dusk. And the company's name will be Shift 5. I don't care what it's called. DJ's Garage, like Jay Leno's Garage. Yep. Jay Leno is my spirit animal, Bill. Whoa. Hey, look at this. Look at what popped up in my feed. Check this out. This isn't really space stuff, but if you're a tanker... Hold on. What? What? Look at the chassis. No way. What the actual frick? Is that a... It is. It is. It is. What is this? What is that? What the frick is that? That's a patent. What'd you do to it? It's so weird. We have Abrams at home. Abrams at home. What? Ooh. How much is it, Tanner? It's a patent tank. It looks so goofy. It looks like a squirrel that has too many acorns in its mouth. What? What the frick? That's so weird, dude. That's so weird. That's so strange. Just what? Oh, it's so oh. All right, here, hold on. Let me show you. This is what this tank looked like when it rolled out from the factory. The other Abrams at home. Perfect end to the M60 line, an M60 with an Abrams turret on it. Now that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too shabby. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, baby. What is this? What is this? What'd you do to it? It looks like an Abrams with a flat top haircut. No, stop it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You doing that. Stop. There's no going in there. You tell me two things. I don't run. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. What is the M60 and Bulldog riding on the same chassis? Yeah? No? Pattons are great tanks, guys. The only reason we stopped using Pattons is because the Abrams came around. They're still a good tank. In fact, we were using Pattons in Desert Storm. Fun fact. Yeah. The Harrier package was listed a couple months ago as that, with spare low engine time and a spare airframe for parts, $4.8 million. Yeah, I figure I could hook that up, because, you know, chicks dig dudes with money. Oh, hey, buddy. Title Popper. You awake? Took a good nap, buddy? You took a good nap, huh? There's a prototype Patton made with a GAU 8. Don't you play with my emotions, man. Don't you play with my emotions. Oh, that's a stretchy boy. Wait, Taito, what are you doing? Why are you showing the camera your butt? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Weather guy, nice. Anyway. What's up, buddy? Workers' time? Oh, I got another one. I don't know if I should show that. We'll just play the audio. I'm sure it'll be fine.
我靠，这火箭掉下来了，伙计，看，我操！
That's other footage of the rocket that ripped itself off the test stand the other day in China. We have Falcon 9 at home. Falcon 9 at home. I would imagine he's saying something like, oh crap, look at that. Oh. The frick? He said, oh frick. Yes. Dude, the tone is universal. That's funny. What the hell is... Oh, no. No. Oh, shoot. He said, oh. Yeah, that was a test stand that didn't test stand very well. Yeah, that was a private Chinese company that's trying to make a rocket that's comparable to Falcon 9. They were supposed to static fire there, but they the static fire test became a dynamic fire test. The test stand stopped test standing. Yeah. The hold down clamps are from Wish. The dynamic flight test, that's right. Yeah. So the static fire was technically good. It static fired for a second, and then it didn't. Get up here. Get up here so they can see you at least. What are you doing? Guys, Titan's awake. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you could tell. Proper. So you think you can wake me up and play games? What? What, you don't do that with your dog? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out. Just gotta get right out of here. No? You don't do it? Yeah, it's not cat jam, Zonku. It's dog jam. It's different. Dog MCA. All right. Guys, I think Titan's getting a little restless. I should probably, I said I would run on a condensed schedule this week. We'll only stream 8 hours, and we're at the 8-hour mark now. So I think I'm gonna, the reason why is Brimo isn't here, so I have to take care of the dog the whole time, and I don't want him cooped up in the house or in here all day. So, we going orbital testing tomorrow for DART Part 3? Yeah. Oh, buddy. We could. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this space news. There wasn't much in the news cycle today, so we kind of talked about fighter planes and stuff, which is kind of cool, I guess. Oh, Etal's playing Hearts. Man, now I want to play Hearts. This punk. I know about re-entry, Farhan, sure. Butt plates. Guys, go see what Etal's up to. If you're over in the YouTube chat, I'll post a link over there. But hey, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my pokey, weird space news and aviation segment here. We talked about tanks, too. Tanks are cool. But yeah, I'm going to go take care of this boy. And yeah, once again, a little bit of a condensed schedule this week, but it's all Kerbal. If Titan feels up to it, you know, one of these nights when he decides to sleep a lot, maybe we'll do an after hours thing. I want to get back to not doing pandemic streaming, but Kerbal, Space News, and maybe a little bit of after hours. 4 hours of Kerbal, 4 hours Space News, and 2 to 3 hours of whatever. I want to get back. I need to get back into my regular schedule. So expect more Kerbal, more messing around with Dart, more Space News, and then obviously Flame Trench on Fridays. So yeah, go see what Etel's up to. And here, let's give him a raid. Go see what Etel's up to, and I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Me and Titan are going to go for a walk now. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, everybody, on the YouTube chat. Thanks for keeping that chat active over there. We're getting a lot of subscribers on YouTube. Hopefully we can monetize that up sooner rather than later. But anyway, click through to Etel, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow at noontime. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.